I had a coach similar to your guys' coach, Coach Slate. He was more of a friend than a coach at the same time, but he brought guys down for me all the time. He was bringing the guys he actually coached before me who were wrestling in college, and they'd come down and beat me up, and I would ask them questions. They would tell me how college is for them, how they got recruited, what they did before matches, stuff like that. And our coach made us ask questions, and so we would ask these guys, and I took a lot from it. I'm not saying, again, it's like my moves. I'm not saying you have to do my moves exactly how I show them. You could change them up, but you don't have to do everything the same way I do it, but it's for you guys to learn from me. So I'll let you guys ask some questions about anything, wrestling or non-wrestling.
What do you eat in the off season?
In the off season, I'm definitely not as strict, but our off season's not too long. Like especially if you wrestle freestyle, but like a cheat meal, like I love a good burger. I actually like pizza a lot, but I don't get it too much. I really like a good burger, or maybe some like fish tacos, something like that. I don't know. I like ice cream too. Ice cream is the best dessert. Caden,
How do you know what the right weight class is for you?
how do you know what the right weight class is for you? Is this question? Um, I think it comes down to asking the people around you, people who've done it, like coaches, mentors, and then for you, you got to be your own best coach at the end of the day. My head coach told me that when I first came into college. It was like at the end of the day, you're your own coach too. So it's you taking the lessons you've learned from trying different weight classes, and all you can do is try, right? And make a commitment and stick to it. But I think it's what you are mentally. If you're not enjoying the sport anymore because of it, I would say it's not the right weight class. Is it supposed to be hard? Yes, right? Like just because it's not hard doesn't mean you can't commit to something, right? So like 49, I'm pretty big 149, especially right now. But like these next 3 months, there's a lot of focus for me of like getting my weight down preseason, making the right choices and sacrificing maybe some stuff that like I wanted to do. So it's you got to look forward to it. Like you can't see like, oh, what weight class I'm gonna go. I'm kind of big right now, but I want to go lower. It's like, all right, you want to go lower, start working towards that and see how you feel and kind of gauge it from there. But having a plan helps a lot to pick the right weight class.
What do you do during the off season?
What do I do during the off season? Um, when I was in high school, I'll relate back to when I was closer to your guys' age because college, I swear we have no off season. But in high school, I was talking about this in another camp. So being from where we're at, Georgia, the South, my high school season was actually my off season because we can only go to so many tournaments that were quote unquote good. You might wrestle the best kid in the state once or twice a year, right? But that's not. I mean, if that's your goal, that's okay, right? If you want to be the best in Georgia and that's it, then you can do that. But my off season was kind of my high school season, and then I was training even harder in the summer to get ready for those big tournaments, Fargo, Super 32, because that's where you go get your name out there. That's where you go wrestle the kids out of state, that's where you go get recruited. So when I say off season, like I just trying just as much, but it's kind of the reality of competing in Georgia, right? It's like, it's not, we're getting better and we're definitely going like this as a state, but um, just not looking forward to an off season. It's a lifestyle. So you build your life around it a little bit. And the thing I did in the summer for those tournaments that I'm talking about was I would set aside about 6 weeks, give or take one or two, usually at least 4 weeks, but 4 to 8 weeks. Typically I would do a camp for that tournament. So Super 32, I had 6 weeks of discipline, focus, sacrifice to get ready for that tournament. And then Fargo, same thing. So that way I kind of had this balance where, I wasn't like overdoing myself, but when the time came, I would put 6 good weeks together and get ready for that tournament. But it's kind of wishy-washy, especially if you're doing freestyle and folk style, right? There is no real off season at the end of the day.
Done like wrestling.
What am I going to do when I'm done wrestling? I'll probably wrestle till 2028 and try to make an Olympic team. And then really after that, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm focused on right now. once I get there, if I win or don't win an Olympic title, it might change what I do. So I'm gonna wrestle till 2028 at least. No, like tournament day. Right off the scale, I'm having electrolytes and like carb powder. That's like my first 16 to 32 ounces, and then I'll usually do the first thing I'll eat will be some easily digestible like thing. So like a little packet of like applesauce or like those like refrigerated like immune pack or like it's like a smoothie to go. That like gets your stomach like going, especially if you haven't ate if you're cutting weight. I'll do that. Then I'll usually do a bagel with like banana and honey. And then I'm snacking on fruit snacks, honey, a lot of quick digesting carbs throughout the day. And then if I have a big gap in between competitions, I'll try to get some protein in, but I don't want a lot of fat. So like fats is like what takes a long time to digest compared to like quick carbs and stuff like that. I don't even know. I got that question a couple times today. I think when I was in like third grade, so maybe 8 or 9 years old, something like that. But I was playing football, baseball, and wrestled till about seventh grade, and then I started to like only wrestle. Right now I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. Have you heard of that? I play that. I play a little bit of Rocket League right now. Um, nah, I'm not a Fort. I used to back in the day when I was y'all's age. I played Fortnite, but it's too crazy for me now. There's too much going on. Yep. I got my first deer 3 years ago with a bow, and I butchered it and processed it all in my backyard. Did it all myself. Hung her up, cut her up.
How many times do you lift a week?
About three. About 3 times a week. If we're not competing on Friday like we normally do in season, we lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. And then if we're wrestling Friday, we'll lift like 2 to 3 times a week if we're competing every weekend, right? So we usually lift the day after competition to kind of like get back into it, and then we'll hit one more lift in the week other than that, and maybe one circuit too, kind of like wrestling type of lift. But other than that, like 2 to 3 off season, 3 times a week, weight lift, like lifting. Season like 2 to 3 maybe, and then one of them might be a circuit too.
Do you think lifting is like important?
I do. I think being able to push yourself in that aspect, especially like circuit lifts. Um, I think lifting up to a certain point is good, and then I think everyone needs different lifts too. I don't think there's one set thing where like if you do these lifts, you'll be the strongest. If like it's like I need something different than Caden probably needs, you know. So it's like figuring out what works for you, going back to being your own coach. You know what makes you wrestle the best at the end of the day, especially at your level. Like it's like kind of figuring that out and pushing yourself stuff too.
The kids that I have show up probably 4 to 5 days a week. You know, maybe anywhere from 3 to 5 days with the consistent kids. They win probably 95% of their matches, but they've always got that one or two kid they can never get past. What is something you could say that might help them, maybe mindset or skill wise or practice wise or whatever?
I would say getting beat in your practice room is a big thing. Like if you're one of those guys who goes out and wins a lot and you're getting the best of most of the guys you wrestle in here, either finding people to come in here or go into other rooms where you can get beat up. That was something my coach let me do. He was pushing me to go find places to get beat up. The better I got, he was like, go here, like go wrestle with this guy. So like just constantly chasing competition, wanting the competition. You shouldn't. It's easy to get comfortable being the best in the room, but if you're getting beat in your room, you're in the right room, right? So I would say that. Try to find something he's not doing. Like going back to Caden said, like my thing in season is my attention and focus in the room is I think the highest in the country, right? And it might not be, but I believe that. So starting to develop this belief system of what you're doing is the best you can do for yourself, and then truly believing it, and then not letting those guys get in your head. Like it's just if you go cut them, y'all are gonna bleed, right? You both bleed blood, so like at the end of the day, once you're ready to have your day, it'll come. It's just you gotta keep doing the right things. but I think that aspect of me, not a lot of people do. I think my intention in the wrestling room too throughout the season. Like I do not come in there one day during the week just to come in there. There's an intention behind it. Like the closer I get to competition, I'll try to make myself like that emotional nervousness that you get before you go to a competition. I've gotten to the point where I can replicate that in the room, and then I become that. And so just I would say my intention of why I'm in there, and you lean on your coaches for if you don't really know what your intention is, you're trying whatever your goals are, right? So it's like I'm coming in there, and my goal is to win a national title. If I think of Shane Van Ness, Aiden Valencia, I get a little nervous, right? So I'm envisioning those guys right next to me in the room every single day is a big thing that I think helps a lot. I'll be running. I remember my freshman year. I'll tell a story. We're doing this run around our football stadium, and I knew I was going to wrestle Sammy Sasso, 3-time national finalist, going into a senior year, 3-time Big Ten champ, number 2 guy in the country, right? And I'm a true freshman from Georgia. I'm going to Ohio State to wrestle him. And we would do this run, and I beat Sammy Sasso in my head every single time. I crushed myself on that run thinking he was running right next to me. And just little crap like that, being a weirdo, envisioning it kind of helps a lot, I'd say.
What school did you go to?
Woodland High School. And then I go to Virginia Tech now. Our scheduled seasons: Monday lift, Monday afternoon practice, Tuesday morning practice with the team. Tuesday afternoon is individuals or whatever you want to do. You could come in and do footwork, bike, sauna, or you can grab a coach or you could grab a partner. Wednesdays morning lift, afternoon off, or on your own. Thursdays team practice in the morning. Again, individual. What's it called? In the afternoon, and then Friday's morning lift, afternoon practice, and then Saturday is usually something outside if it's nice, and then Sunday we're off. What's my favorite? What? Escape? Stand up. It's OP. It's the best thing. Grab one finger, grab just his pinky, pull it back, they let go every time.
What?
As long as you hide it good enough, no one knows.
I got one for you.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you watch a lot of guys wrestling in college on top, a lot of them will let them get out. But I've noticed you in the past couple of years, you ride extremely hard. Like people get to their feet, you make sure your mat return. You don't give up that easy point. Is that something that makes a difference? Or
I think so, especially in folk style. It's so control based. So I've kind of played this game where if he gets up on his feet, you know how there's 2 circles in a wrestling mat?
Yeah.
If he gets up on his feet in the middle circle and the small one, I'm in trouble. But if he gets up to his feet outside that circle, I can kind of bait him close to out of bounds, do a fake mat return, and then we're out of bounds and it's a reset. And then you can just wear on that guy and then mentally break him. It's you're just not gonna. I don't like to make anything easy, so it's just my wrestling style and how I live my life is I try not to do anything halfway, so I'm not gonna ride halfway. Doing again, having intention when you're tired. So when I'm peaking for a tournament, I might do some sort of circuit, and then when I'm dead tired, I'm trying to figure out how I can move my feet and have focus while I'm not tired. Learning, everyone gets tired. That's not the thing. It's I don't get less tired than you. I can just function way better when I'm tired than the guy I'm wrestling, right? So it's building, once you start learning that and understanding that's what you have to build, then something, it switches. You start you get as tired, but you could still go harder and longer. So I'll do stuff where I'll do an air dive and kill myself, and then I'll have my coach put me through some realistic stance of motion, or I'll do a drill while I'm that tired, or anytime I catch myself that tired, refocusing and being all right, let me make the right decisions. Let me stay locked in. Let me keep my hands low, stuff like that.
do you ever watch film on the people that you're gonna wrestle?
I do. I know that. I think that's a personal thing. I remember growing up with Jackson. He wouldn't even look at the bracket. He's just tell me where I'm wrestling and when I'm wrestling. And didn't care. Me, as soon as the bracket's dropped, I'm who I got. I like looking at it. So I think watching film, I think if you can do that, and it not mess you up, it's an advantage compared to someone who can't, right? So maybe it's something you work on and build, but it's not like you're watching film to like wrestle his match. Like I just need what he does best. And then of course I don't want to get in that, right? This guy takes everyone down with the high crotch. It's like, well, I'm glad I know that. I'm probably not going to let him high crotch me now, instead of having to go get taken down one time and then make the adjustment. So
What's the most popular choice for
bottom. If I win the flip, bottom every time. It's a free point. Yeah, I think it's free. I think I get out. No one can ride me. I get out every time.
What's your mentality on bottom? Like, because I know a lot of my youth kids, we struggle on bottom. It's not for a lack of not knowing what to do. It's just for a lack of whatever it is.
I think there's a lot of backwards wrestling on bottom. Guys will get to a great position, and then you do something that takes you 3 steps backwards. Like it's a game of patience sometimes. Where like if you seal this guy off and he can't do anything, I don't need to do anything. He's gonna panic in 5 seconds and push me up to my feet, and I'm out. So it's having a little bit of patience, having the will to get out. And I tell myself, I can't win a match if I don't get out of bottom. And that's pretty true at the college level. If you can't get out of bottom, you won't win a lot of matches. So with that mindset, you're not gonna let yourself lose. Like when I get down on bottom, I'm like, I win the match right here. And I'll tell myself that 8 times during a match. I get in on my first single leg, I'm like, this is where you win the match. And that's a big deal, Like I get that takedown, it basically is over. I get that escape, it's over too. Like at the big tournaments, my whole thought process is I'm not looking forward to who I'm gonna have in the quarters or the finals. I'm worried about how I'm tying my shoes, what I'm drinking, how nice is the weather right now. Like I'm focused of the present moment. So when I'm at a tournament where, I'm maybe super favorited, I'm focused moment by moment. Same way I would be at a real tournament, doing the same warm up, having discipline for myself, I think.